If you're sick of doing one-on-one calls in your company because it's just not scalable and not fun, welcome to the club. Because that used to be me. And here's the problem with it. First of all, doing one-on-one coaching calls, for example, eventually you will get burned out. Repeating yourself over and over and over again, it's just not fun. Second of all, you end up at some place not liking your business anymore. But this is the reason why you started your business. You like helping people, you will lose it. And third of all, and this is the most crucial part, your clients get worse results. And I will explain you in the video why that is. And for me, it is really, really important for you to understand you don't want to change from one-on-one calls to a new model, which I'll introduce you, because you don't like your clients. It is quite the opposite. You like working with them so much, but you want to focus on the one-on-one strategies with them to get them the best results ever. And also you want to be challenged. You want to have a business where it's creative, where they really need you and you can guide them in the process. So here's what I want you to do instead, okay? So we call it the hybrid model. And I have tested this model more on 1,200 clients I've personally consulted in the last 7 years, okay? And let me be honest, like with you, I have tried everything, okay? I sold courses, I sold one-on-one coaching, I sold group coachings, I tried everything. And I want to show you the weaknesses of each of those models and what's the best one of them by far. So when you look, for example, at selling courses, it's amazing for scalability, but the results of your clients are just super bad. Okay, that's just the truth. So when you look at this scale right here, on this level here, you have results. Okay, and here you have scalability. So the selling courses would be somewhere maybe like here, okay? It's like really good for scalability, but it's really bad for results. On the other hand, you have one-on-one coaching calls, which you might think it's like very, very decent for results, but it's very bad for scalability. So you might end up ending here, okay? So you look at this two and you see the areas which they are covering. And then what we do is what we call the hybrid model. And this looks something more like this, okay? So it's a little bit less scalable than selling courses, of course, but it brings your clients even better results, okay? So it's all this kind of area here. So you just see, like just by the drawing of it, it's just so much bigger. And this is what you want to have because, like I said, you want to build a business where it is fun for you scaling, where you don't have a reality of, oh, next week I have 5 new clients, 10 new clients onboarding in my company, and you don't really look forward to it. You should be super excited because you can help them. But for most people, most agencies, most coaches, let's be honest, it's just not the truth, okay? So if you look at this model right here, this is the hybrid model, and I want to explain you now how this looks in detail. Also, I've done a 30 to 40 minute video on how I structure my personal offer at Scaling Founders. Step by step, you can just click the link down below and see everything in detail, how we structure our offer. If it's helpful for you, you can copy some stuff. Because like I said, we analyzed more than 1,200 clients we worked with together, and we found out the following thing. They all had 5 things in common when it comes to hitting the best results, okay? And it looks kind of like a house right here, okay? So it looks like this. They have 5 things in common. And this is what is included in the hybrid model. At the top part, what you want to have, of course, you want to have a one-on-one aspect. You want to have one-on-one strategy, okay? people don't really like just watching a course and looking for their own strategy. They want someone like you in a one-on-one call in the beginning to tell them exactly how will the next 90 days look like, how will the 12 months look like, that they have an actual game plan they can follow. Then they need a specific roadmap just written out for them, not just a call, not just look at the recording or something. Our clients get a specific roadmap tied to them, tied to their needs. When they have questions on the implementation, on the execution, what they want is like daily one-on-one support. Okay? The daily one-on-one support doesn't need to look like you need to jump on a call with them every single time, because then you end up building a business you don't like, it's not scalable, and they will use you for everything in the one-on-one aspect. And the biggest problem I will come to later of one-on-one is that they think you will do all of the work for them. They're not following systems, but we will dive into that deeper, okay? So they need one-on-one strategy with you, preferably in a call. Then they need a specific roadmap. Then they need one-on-one support. Then what they need, and this is really, really crucial, most one-on-one consultants, they don't have that. They preferably need a peer group. They need a peer group of people they can also identify with, associate with, not just you as a mentor. And what happened when people join my program, they meet incredible other founders who are super talented, who are making 7 figures per year, on the way to making 7 figures, who are super passionate in the business, and they become friends, they become partners, they become accountability, like people who really, really dial in with them. Not just me as a mentor, okay? They also get a different opinions. And then what they need is accountability. And this is crucial. And you can do this in different kinds of ways to get accountability with them. What we do, for example, is we have weekly calls with them, but we also have monthly check-ins with them on their actual numbers, on their KPIs. And if they don't hit their KPIs, if they don't follow the action which we, for example, spoke with them in the one-on-one strategy call, they're not really following the roadmap we work with them on personally, we kick them in the ass. We tell them, hey, brother, this is what you sign up for. Let's go to work. Like, let's do this work together. This is what you want to do. So those 5 things they need to have the best, amazing results. And I did an amazing audit on all of my clients and looked at my top 10% of the clients who were making 7 figures, multiple 7 figures. They were like scaling super fast. They appreciated the most in average if they have those 5 points. One-on-one strategy, roadmap, one-on-one support daily, can be on WhatsApp, Slack, whatever channel you use. Accountability in different forms, can be weekly group calls where they can also see the other founders. It can be monthly check-ins where they fill out an audit, and they need to have a peer group, not just you as a mentor. This is how we work with our clients, and this is our highly, highly recommend to do in your company. And here's the problem now with one-on-one coaching calls. And it's not really a technical problem, it's more a mindset problem. When people know they have one-on-one coaching calls with you, unlimited, they can book it every week, every month, whatever, or they have a monthly one-on-one call with you. In their head, they think that's amazing. And it can be good. If your clients are amazing, if they come prepared, if they do their homework, if they follow your scripts, if they follow your systems, then it can be good. But in 95% of the times, people are not like that. People are like, oh, I have one-on-one coaching calls with my mentor. I don't need to do anything else. So I will just come in the call and ask him the questions there, and then we can see how it works. The problem with that mindset, the problem with that mentality is that you end up repeating yourself over and over again, and you just have maybe like 1 hour time slot for your client per month. But if they don't watch proven trainings, proven systems, plug and play systems you built for them in a training, and they don't look at it, they don't implement it, you have too little time in the call. You have too little energy because you repeat yourself all the time. And what ends up happening is you are creating a culture in your own company where people are not following your systems. And that's the problem. And you are good at what you do because you can, in the best case scenario, produce results for your clients because you know exactly what they need. And usually they need to follow a proven path. Every path is not identical for every client, but it's specific things they need to implement. So for example, when you look at my business, you have lead gen, you have sales, you have maybe team building, and you have delivery. And if we just take the example of this hybrid model, you need to implement the hybrid model if you want to work with me, if you want to scale to $1 million per year, if you want to have fun, if you want to have a scalable business, you look forward to scaling. So I recorded a perfect training on hundreds of hours, how I've done it in my company, and put it in a very, very in-depth training for you to execute with proven path, with scripts, PDF documents, all the stuff if you are my client. It is way more in detail than this YouTube video here. And when I go on a call with you, I want you that you have looked at it, and then we can work on it one-on-one in the strategy call and make it more you. This is how your clients get the most results. You need to be a system guy. Your clients need to follow a proven system. And if you are the one-on-one coaching call guy and you also think, oh, it's just an amazing offer, I can just sell it to my audience way better because they love it. Yeah, maybe that's what they want. But first of all, that's not what will scale your business. And second of all, it is not what gets them the actual results they want in the first place. And clients don't want a more in-depth consulting when it comes to how you work with them. They want to have the result. Okay? You look the video here because you want a scalable business, right? And if this video is now 4 hours longer, it's not going to be more valuable to you if I can tell you the exact strategy in a 50-minute training, in a 15-minute video. And this is what I just did. Okay? So please make sure to build your business in a way it's fun for you and it is resultful for your clients. And please, let's come back to a time where scaling a business is fun. Scaling a business can't just be a win situation for your client. It needs to be win-win. Win for you, win for your client. This is how you build cool and sick businesses. Okay? I hope this was helpful for you, and I see you in the next one.